Welcome back, guys, to another part of this walkthrough. And part 12. I can't believe we're already 12 episodes into this already. Alright, let me get my notes. Let's see. We are in the Forbidden Lands. Yeah, okay. We left off the Forbidden Lands. Rest at this grace real quick. We're going to make it daytime just so that it's easier to deal with this area. And then go over here. Let me check something real quick. Make sure this is going. All right. All right. Okay, that looks good. So, from here, we are going to go get a golden seed first. So, this area, we can just ride right through. There's nothing really here. Just Forbidden Lands, basically, right? Just go through. You're going to want to stay to kind of the right side through here. There is a golden seed that we're going to grab over this way. And the golden seed, it should stand out. I mean, it's by one of those phantom tree things, so. Somewhere in here it is. It's pretty hard to miss. I think it was on the right side. I took my notes this morning, and I'm recording this later at night. I just got back from the gym, so my brain is not completely fresh, but we should still be good. There it is. Golden seed. Alright, then you can progress on to the Grand Lift. And up here, you're going to want to keep to the right-hand side. There's going to be a gargoyle that comes down. Just ignore him. Right on up here, and around the corner, you should see a grace right here. Just get that. And rest at it so this gargoyle doesn't... I don't think he'll come up here, but just rest, just to be sure. And then from there, just head on up to the Grand Lift. And take the Grand Lift. Alright. And there really isn't a cutscene here. You can just kind of skip through this. He just holds up the medallion, and you go to the Snowy Mountainlands. Or Mountaintops of the Giants is what it's called. And this is a really cool area of the game, but in my opinion, it was rushed. I really feel like this area was rushed in design. They could have added a lot more. It just feels like it's lacking a lot. I feel like they wanted to get the game out this year, early this year, and that's why they didn't put more up here. But you can tell they definitely wanted to from a lot of the stuff that is up here, from a lot of the skulls and everything, and I feel like they just wanted to put more up here. Jump down here, get the map. And you can pick up the map on the horse. I like to jump off the horse to pick things up just because it feels a little better to pick them up. Otherwise, it sometimes can miss items like that. So get the map, get the grace, and we're going to ride right to the cross bridge. So just right up here. Zamor Ruins is one of the most difficult areas of the game. The enemies there have no reason to be as strong as they are. Even my level 200 character has a trouble, New Game Plus and whatnot, trying to go through Zamor Ruins. I don't even know what kind of enemies they are. They're like Bloodhound. They use some type of Bloodhound step because they are some type of Bloodhound's Knight, I think. But they use the curved sword of like the Zamor warriors. I don't know. Just kind of weird. Down here, you could farm this guy actually for a really cool fire whip. Or not a fire whip, a blood whip, a blood loss whip. Just ride this bridge over. There is going to be a giant, or a golem, that shoots arrows at you, but you shouldn't get hit if you stay to the path I am taking. We do want to go here. This item, this is actually useful to pick up. Ashes of War, Lost Ashes of War. That way, if you have an Ash of War that you want to duplicate, you can duplicate it. We're not using anything we can put an Ash of War on this playthrough, but you got the point. So on here, avoid being hit with the arrow. Jump down here. That's the best way I've found going about that. And then just continue riding on. You shouldn't get hit. Stay to the right-hand side. Yeah, he hits the ground right there, so you're safe. And then through here, just ride on through. There's going to be a ramp up here. Not really a ramp, just like a stone structure that you can take up. Right here, this stone structure. Right up here, there'll be a grace to your right, I believe, or left. Left? Yep, left. That's what happens when you take your notes early in the morning and then go about your day and come back to record this at night. This is going to be interesting, because usually I do these right after I'm done doing the prep. I go right into recording the episode. So have patience with me, guys. So up ramp, grace to left, stay to left through frozen ravine, grace by telescope. And also to... Okay, so grace through ravine, through okay, so we're going to mark to that grace, but we're also going to mark here to get the golden seed. There's a golden seed over there we can pick up. So just head northeast. And there'll be some golems down here, just ignore them. Some demi-humans. We want to go right back here, though. Where that golem is walking out, we want to go right back there. And get this golden seed. And then head to that other map marker we marked over by the telescope area. We can get this. And then from there, head east, get Grace, Pertide, the bridge, and church. Alright, so we want to go then from there, rest at that Grace to de-aggro those giants. And then from there, we want to go over here. Basically, it's going to be right in this area. Just ride that way. But also, while we're here, I want to show you guys something. Just while we're here, because I don't think a lot of people know about this trick, and it might be worthy of talking about it. So whenever you come across a statue that has smithing stones in it, what you can do is stand right beside of it, or, well, not really beside of it, but like right behind it. You want to be as close to it as possible. Save the game and quit out. And when you log back in, you should make a small enough explosion where you'll break through the rock. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see if it works for us here. This wasn't even in my notes, but I feel like I should show you this, because a lot of people find those statues annoying, having to coast giants over to break them, but... Okay, so apparently they did patch that. Dang. In a previous patch, though, you could just stand close to it, save out, and quit, and bring in back in, and you could, when you spawn back in, you'd blow up the statue. But I guess it doesn't work anymore. Damn. That was a nice little trick. Oh well, it was worth showing, just in case it was still a thing. But anyway, right over to that map marker we marked way over there, there's going to be a dragon that spawns. Just ignore him and continue on to that map marker. This is also where you can get seppuku over there across the lake. Seppuku is a very nice bleed Ash of War. Basically, you stab yourself through the stomach and you have bleed on your weapons, and it lasts a really long time too. I'm a big fan of it. Especially for like a dual curved sword build, works really, really well. There's the dragon, just ignore him. And continue riding on. You won't be able to see for a while, but just keep heading the same direction. You'll be fine. I do feel like they're going to nerf some of the bleed, though, in this game. I feel like bleed is so overpowered. I feel like in a upcoming patch, they're going to nerf it. Or make it not last as long, like Seppuku, for instance. You can pick up this bell bearing out here if you want to. We're not going to need it, but you pick it up anyway. Stop here at the church. And then get that sacred tear. And from there, there's also some smithing stones up there that you can pick up. We're not going to use them, though, but because they're just regular smithing stones, but you can pick them up if you want. From there, head west of the church. Just head west. We want to just ride right around here. That dinosaur got me in my prep. I think you probably could pull out the beast torch and be a little easier to go through these areas, but there's not that many to deal with. It's not a big deal. We'll just ride past them. You can get this, Grace. We just want to ride on through this castle area now. Just ignore all the enemies. There's some items to pick up through here. I believe there's a stone sword key if you need it. Also some smithing stuff. Yep, stone sword key right there. You don't need to pick it up. I don't think we're going to need any more stone sword keys for this playthrough, but might as well have them. Never know. Just keep riding through. There's going to be a bridge up here made out of chain. Just take it. Like, I love the area up here. I love how, I mean, everything is really cool. Like, chains as bridges and stuff. Like, they could have done so much more with this. And I feel like that castle back there was so much more, too, like, in previous development. And I feel like they just took some of it away because it wasn't ready to be, you know, an actual castle. Like, I think they were meaning to put more legacy dungeons in this area. I mean, because look at that. That looks like a legacy dungeon. Unfortunately, it's not, though. It's just a little area with a couple different things in there, and that's it. But pick up that map, get the grace. And then once we got that map, we're going to mark this church down here. We're going to ride over to that church. Now, there are deadly things around here. But luckily for us, they're kind of fighting their own kind. Like, the birds are fighting the giants, and there's, like, a lot of Titan stuff going on. Kind of reminds me of, like, Godzilla. A bunch of Titans. Pretty cool area when you think about it. We're just going to ignore all that. We're going to ride up here. And actually, you know what? We're going to try something I didn't try in the prep, just to see if we can avoid that invader coming in right away. The church is down that way, but we're going to take a different way around. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Of course, there's a bird right there. Last enemy I want to deal with. So, ride to the back of the church. We'll see if this works. Yeah, it did. We didn't get invaded. Perfect. So, get that grace. Get the sacred tear. And you can rest there to de-aggro that bird. And then we're going to take out this invader right away. We're just going to do that because, not because we have to, but just because, might as well. This is where you get rivers of blood, but we're not going to use it, obviously. Oh, wow. I messed that up. Oh my gosh. I hate the Rivers of Blood art. It's such a cheap art. Like, literally, like... People who spam blood, Rivers of Blood, man. Man, I cannot touch him. Did they make this guy harder? I think they made this guy harder. Because people were getting Rivers of Blood too easily. Maybe not, but... Man, he was just so much more aggressive than I've ever fought him before. Get the Rivers of Blood, Okina Mask, and then from there, we can take that off. We're going to ride over here and get the Foot of the Forge Grace. Just down here. I guess I shouldn't say down here. I guess we're riding up, but it's right there. Yeah, I think they made him harder. He was never that hard. Rest there, and then we're going to go get another golden seed that is right over here. I got too many markers going, man. I'm going to get so confused. There'll be a golden seed right up here. Wow, I almost marked it right on top of the golden seed. And then just ride back to the Grace. Don't fall off the edge like I almost did. Gravity, the hardest boss in all Souls games. Still stands true. So get this, go back to this Grace. We're going to pop those Sacred Tears, and also we should be able to upgrade our Flask. Flask, add charge, added charge. I think that's all we can add, right? Yep. And then increase the amount. And let's do, that's fine, 11-2, that's good. And then from there, let's see, Foot of Forge, Fire Talisman. Okay, so we want to apply the Fire Talisman in here. We'll put it instead of Radagon's Store Seal. We should still be able to have medium load, I think. Yeah, because with the Rune Arc, we still have it. Alright, so we'll do that. We're going to hit a little less hard, but it'll be good for the fire damage negation. Plus, this thing just hits hard, so I guess it's good to not have that Store Seal on there. But let's go see if we can take on the Fire Giant and beat him first try like we did in the prep. In the prep, I beat him first try, which I hate this boss. It's probably one of my least favorite bosses in the game, just because of how awkward it is to fight him, and how much HP this damn thing has. But we'll see what we can do. I don't know why my character jumped off to the left or to the right like that. That was weird. And we're going to buff up here before we get too close. Summon your Mimic. I still have yet to get this roll perfect. So first attack he does is like this snow push. I still have yet to get this perfect. We'll see if I can get it this time. Oh, I did it. That was the first time I've ever done that. Why am I not two-handing my weapon? When he does the fire thing, the best thing to do is get between his legs. make sure you watch your health. Because, see, this is just an awkward fight. That's what I mean. It's like hard to see the whole thing. It's just, I don't know. It's just a bad boss design in my opinion. See, like, how did that kill me? I just, I don't know. It's just like, I think, I don't know. This boss is just annoying. I know I'm not the only one either. I know a lot of people hate this boss. He likes to roll over by the edges, and then you have to fight by the edges. Yeah, see that? Now we're gonna have fat rolling. We gotta take, okay, so we can take that off and we can be good. All right, cool. But yeah, that now you can kind of understand, like, this boss just, I don't know, it was bad design, I think. But maybe I'm speaking for myself. Maybe you guys love the fire giant. I don't know. I can say that I do not. I do not like the fire giant. Why can't we use? Oh, we don't have enough faith. Because we don't. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I guess we're gonna do this without golden vow. Damn. Because I don't want to waste a rune arc on this fight because I don't know if I'll be able to beat this the first couple tries. And I only have like 6 rune arcs, so yeah. Guess we're gonna go into it. Nope. See, you got to time it just perfect. See, I just hate how you can't see everything. It's like, the amount of damage this thing. My goodness. I mean, one hit, and he just devours your health. I mean, it's a crazy ass fight. Like, how would I even be able to see to dodge that? Yeah, I can tell you we're probably not going to get it this time. Considering I've already went through most of my damn flasks. Going to second phase, damn it. I mean, we don't have any flasks or a horse, so we're basically screwed. We still have this flask. Oh my gosh, yeah, no. No. What? Yeah, this boss, man. This boss. I think we're gonna put this Radagon Sword Seal back on. Well, no, it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't matter because we can't use Golden Vow anyway. Damn. I did this first try this morning. First try. First damn try. Maybe we should try rotting him this time. I don't know. If I can get the damn dodge right on this damn thing. Okay, when he swings... Oh, he's not going to do it this time. Oh, wow, okay. I've never seen him not do that. Ah! Such a stupid boss. I don't know how I didn't get hit by that. I got extremely lucky. Why is this thing not breaking? Oh my gosh. Why are we having so much trouble with this? Go down already, damn it. Finally. And now my endurance isn't built up. Oh, man. That's not good. Oh man, that's not a good place to be. Shit. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Oh, man. Well, it's real, guys. It's real. Oh, man. Watch out for the fire. For a fire talisman, it's not doing much damage to negation. Oh no. Oh man, we don't want to get stuck in that. Oh man. Oh my gosh, don't kill me though. Please don't kill me. I think he has rot. He might have rot. If he does, we're good. I can't tell if he does or not. I don't know if he has rot or not. I can't tell. I think he does, though. Goal is to just stay alive. Yeah, he has rot. Is it enough to kill him, though? I don't know. We'll find out. Might be enough to kill him. Yeah, watch out for his flames that he throws. Those are kind of hard to dodge sometimes. Yeah, I think he's gonna die. Stay away from him just to be sure. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Alright, so as you see, that can be a really asinine fight. If you need to, use the rot breath. That's why we picked it up. I'm sure after a few tries, though, you guys can get that. I'm sure you can. So once we slay the fire giant, that took longer than I wanted it to, but it is what it is. This is real, and that's just how it is. Kill fire giant, use remembrance, so eat that remembrance we just got up. And then... Alright, and then before we end this episode, we're going to go get a Mausoleum and duplicate that remembrance just so we can get a little bit more souls. Head to this one up here, Freezing Light Grace, and we're going to head right here. So you can just mark that. Oh man, I can't believe that boss, man. That boss. I've had more trouble with the fire giant probably than any other boss in this game. I mean, even maybe not. I mean, that's saying a lot. Millennia, Millennia is one that I died to probably 32 times before I beat her in my first playthrough. But Fire Giant, man, it's just, at least Millennia, you know, it's a fight where you can try to get better at it. Like the Fire Giant, it's just an awkward fight. You can't see the full boss. It's just weird cameras are going all over the place. I mean, it's just not the ideal boss fight. But it is what it is, you know. Stay to the left here. We're going to get a grace on the way over here. Right down here, there'll be a grace. Get that grace. And then right up here. And then stay to the right-hand side. There's going to be some skeletons that pop up and shoot lasers. Just stay to the right-hand side. You'll be fine. Yep, there's one of them right there. Oh, wow. What the shit? Okay, I've never had one pop up down here. Man, that was scary. Ignore the death bird. I know we're popping up a lot of shit down here, but trust me, you guys can make this run. There's the mausoleum we're after. Luckily for us, there's a grace right there, too. We're going to get this grace. We're going to rest just to de-aggro some of the stuff we started pulling in. And from there, we're going to get this mausoleum to sit down. Hit the skulls off of it. Once you do enough, it should sit down. Nope, still doesn't want to sit down. Damn it. Oh no. Oh no. What in the absolute hell? What? What? I've never been killed by a mausoleum before. I've had my horse get killed before, but I guess I jumped off the horse right there. That was stupid. Oh my gosh. What? Imagine if the mausoleum killed us before we could get our runes back. We'd be really screwed then. We'd be going to farm that bird. Stupid mausoleum, sit down. I need some runes from you. Oh no. Oh no. I'm kind of freaked out now at these things. I've never died to one before. Oh, whoa. Why is this thing being such a bitch? I've never had trouble like this before. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get crushed. What a predicament that was. That did not need to be that hard. This mausoleum woke up on the wrong side of its bed this morning or some shit. It was just not wanting any part of this. So go in here. You can duplicate whatever one you want. I'm just going to grab the fire giant. And then I'm going to eat that remembrance up. And then go back to that. Any grace works. Doesn't really matter. Alright, and we're going to level up here before the end of the episode. We're going to level up Faith to 20. And we're going to level Endurance to 28. Oh, we're at 28. Okay. Why are we... Okay. 28, 18, 20... Okay, why do I have... Use seeds and tears, level arcane. Okay, so take arcane to 15. I guess we're ahead of schedule on that. I don't know how we got 55. That's a break point on vigor. Because with our Soar Seal active, which we'll put back on here in a second, that'll take 60. 28, that's where we wanted that. 18, 20, 20, and 15. Okay, I guess that's what we wanted. I thought, maybe not. That's what we got though. So take Faith to 20 and Arcane to 15. If you don't have Arcane at or Endurance at 28 yet, put that to 28 though first. That's just odd. I've been trying to level both my prep character and my record character the same way, and it's just weird that those did not match up. 21. Yeah, I mean, we got quite a... we would need another 30,000 runes to level up. Use Seeds and Tears, level Arcane. Alright, so that's where we're going to end this episode, guys. Stay tuned. More coming soon. Sorry about the Fire Giant taking so long. Unfortunately, though, that just happens. You know, it's a Souls game. Anything can happen. Stay tuned, guys. More coming soon.